I mean, once we started, first it was public transport, then a motorcycle came in, then couple of cars. Now we are just camping and traveling.
We have learned that we don't need very much to be, happy and content in life. That is something we have extensively learned through traveling, through meeting different types of people.
There will be times when you feel like mentally broken. We will just start to question ourselves, our own decisions.
Choices.
But the thing is, I think all these are the experiences which makes us who we are. We belong to Kerala, so it's more like we have came across to such a state that we are a mixed breed now. There is little bit of Rajasthani in us, little bit of Madhya Pradeshi in us. So it's more like meeting people.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Indulge Podcast. My name is Pranav Sriram, and in this week's episode, we have someone very special joining us. We have travel bloggers, Sangeeth and Kavya, joining us in this episode. Guys, thank you so much for taking time out on a Sunday and talking to us. We'll begin the conversation on a very, integral note of trying to understand where it all began for you all. You guys have been on the road for a long time now, not just like a couple of years, but since you guys were much younger in school and college. So, I would want to know where did this travel bug sort of bite for you all, and how has that evolved over these last few years?
So the thought is, we are just two normal people coming from a very lower middle class family. So the thought has always been there to know, what's happening outside our village, right? So it was there in us. So as we just grew up, we just started exploring, what's close to us. Let's say within 50 kilometers, what we can see. So it was mostly, it was a time where we will just get to talk something more than, let's say, our relationship or what a normal couple talk. So we just wanted to evolve ourselves. So that was the main thought of
Getting into
traveling. Yeah.
So and over the years, I would say it has evolved, very much than
Drastically.
what we expected it to be. When we start out, it's just like anybody else who love to travel. And over the years, it began, you the desire to see more and learn, to unlearn everything you have known.
So much have changed actually. Once we started, first it was public transport, then a motorcycle came in, then couple of cars. Now we are just camping and traveling. So
Very interesting that you pointed out that you started out with public transport and then you've gone on to having this beautiful Gurkha with you all that has been your companion for the longest time. What are some of the major expeditions you all did last year and something that you're looking forward to in the coming year? And also club that thing with, your challenges that you faced during these trips.
okay. So last year, we've been fortunate enough to touch all the corners of India.
Oh wow, okay.
So last year was very eventful.
Okay.
So almost like past 10-12 months, we were completely on the road.
Yeah.
So last year, the main focus was to plant 10,000 trees across India.
Yes, of course.
So that was a mission where we were on the road for 7 months. So wherever we go, we just used to stay there, make connections over there, meet people, connect with organizations, and start planting. So that was what last year was about.
Okay.
So we started from the tail end of India, let's say Tirunelveli.
Okay.
And we just went till Kolkata.
Okay.
Then from there we just touched Sikkim and crossed all the states
the
and went
Northeast
till
also.
Kashmir. Then came to Rajasthan, Mumbai, Maharashtra,
Wow.
Madhya Pradesh, UP. So it has been
It's quite literally the corners of
Yeah,
India. Yeah.
So that was last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Right.
In this year, we plan to take forward with this. So that's an effort.
By itself.
Yeah. By itself.
And in terms of pure traveling, I think, maybe it's all these years' experiences. So we think now we are more connected with, let's say, the remote regions of the country. Let's say once somebody is going for an expedition, the thing will be like, let's go to Ladakh or something.
Of course,
So now what we love most is, let's say, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Jharkhand, Bihar.
Of course, yeah.
So these places are more like the real raw India. That's what we have felt. So
It's
that,
sort of untouched. I mean, there is no exposure to these people. So
Of course,
and
yeah.
nobody sees you as tourists. I
Yeah.
mean, there is
Hmm.
nobody coming and
Hmm.
like, trying to sell you something or anything. You are just in the villages. I mean, staying with them. So
The connections you
that's
build are more pure in
Got
that
it,
region.
got it.
yeah.
Yeah. As travelers, now that you've been on road for over a decade, like you said, what have you all discovered yourselves? In terms of your own personalities, in terms of a couple, like as a couple, also what have you realized? How has the road changed your perspective towards things? In general, like I know it's a very
Yeah.
profound and deep question to put into few words, but because
Yeah, I think the more, the easiest way to answer is, I think we have learned that we don't need very much to be, happy and
okay.
content in life.
Hmm.
That is something we have
Hmm.
extensively
Hmm.
learned
Hmm.
through traveling, through meeting
Hmm.
different kinds
Hmm.
of people. Seeing how some people, they are not so privileged as we are in the
Hmm.
cities
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
in good
Hmm.
backgrounds and good society. So how happy they are living their life with so little that they have. So that has definitely changed our perspective towards life as a whole. So I think that would be the easiest thing to
Yeah.
answer. Yeah.
And I think once we do a research, okay, so let's say if group of friends are going for an expedition,
Hmm.
so as people who have the influence of phones, what we do is what all we need,
Ah,
right?
okay,
So
yeah.
what happens is you will get a so much list that it's just going to be cost so much,
Of course,
right?
yeah.
So it was like we couldn't afford that much,
Things.
all
Of
the
course,
gears and everything.
of course,
So
yeah.
if we would have spent all our money to buying gears, we would never have traveled. So it was more like people don't need much to survive. Let's say, I mean, once we first started, we just have bought like 5 kg rice, some dal,
Okay,
and and little bit of, like, let's say 10, 20, 25 liters of water
okay,
and
okay,
a tent.
okay.
10, a decathlon tent, which everyone will be
Yeah.
familiar
Of
of.
course, yeah.
So it was like, okay, this is enough, but we just have to go. So that
Yeah.
was the thought, with what we have, we can live happily.
Hmm.
And we have seen people just, in a city, let's say, I
Hmm.
mean, we will be making this kind of money, and we
Hmm.
have seen many people who don't have that joy inside them.
Uh,
So we have been fortunate enough to meet people who just make, let's say, 80 or 90 or 100 rupees a day, and they are way more happier. So this thing being,
Yeah.
playing inside our brain, and just live with less, and the happiness quotient should be the focus,
Okay,
nothing
yeah,
else. I
yeah,
mean, yeah. So that have been
Yeah, that
a
has
very
been the
big thing.
biggest lesson
yeah.
for
Yeah.
traveling.
Uh, Again, I want to pick up on something that you said. You packed a set of materials for yourselves when you set out on trips
Yeah.
in terms of food. But like you also mentioned this previously that food becomes a very motivating factor for a lot of travelers, right? So you must have considered cooking a lot in terms of your campings and
Uh-huh.
during your trips, but have you did you all actually also want to explore food as a criteria to look and learn about the place? Have you all done that as well?
The thing is,
I don't think we have actually looked at food as a criteria to travel,
Okay.
but of course we
Hmm.
love to, like, it all starts with connecting with the people around you. So
Okay.
once you have formed a connection with some
Hmm.
people in some particular area that's totally different from you are,
Hmm.
so definitely their food habits will be visible to you. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you get a chance, you will definitely try out what
Hmm.
they are cooking. So yeah,
local food, in the
local food.
sense, I
Yeah,
mean,
like
what we do is, I mean, let's say we started with 5 kg rice and
Hmm.
2 kg dal. So
Hmm.
once it's over, so
Hmm.
wherever we are, I mean, so it's more like whatever those people are eating, we eat that.
Ah, okay.
So there
Of
is
course,
yeah,
yeah.
the basic people are eating.
Hmm.
I mean, not the fanciest restaurant.
No, of course, yeah.
तो वो लोग घर में क्या, whatever they are eating,
क्या
I mean,
खाएंगे,
we
हाँ.
just buy the things for that, so it's cheaper.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so we just don't say that, I mean, okay, we still want that food. So
Ah,
anything is fine. I
okay, okay.
mean, yeah.
you just need to survive on food.
Okay, okay.
That's
Great. So I want to know in terms of your experiences, of course, and not everything is very rosy as we
Yeah.
may see on Instagram, as you
Yeah.
guys may agree with me. But uh, when it's cases like, of course, you've also spoken about it before, with regards to the incident of your dog. I think there was some incident that was there where you guys were sleeping, and then there was a leopard that was there. So if you could tell us first of all to our viewers as to what happened there.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. We were in Uttarakhand, so
Yeah.
as you know, it's a very
Of
common
course,
place.
yeah.
Spotting leopards is
Yeah.
like everyday thing there. So we are not very aware of that, and we camped in a place. So
Yeah.
we slept,
Ah.
but we have motion sensor light and we take precautions regarding that. But yeah, towards the night, Robo started like our dogs started
Yeah.
barking, and when we woke up, we could see something moving. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all happened. But
Okay.
we had to change the camp a bit
Because
not
it
Oh my
was
God.
like 2 o'clock in the night.
Yeah.
There was nobody. I mean, it was like itty.
Yes.
Oh.
Close
Lithi.
to Lithi. There is
Okay.
a place called Sama Lithi.
Okay,
something
okay.
like that. It's really deep and you can find
So
so
this
many
happens
abandoned
every
villages.
time. I
Yeah.
mean, we will be setting our camp and we will start to sleep. Somebody will come and say, "आप लोग इधर क्या कर रहा है?" I mean, ये
Of
leopard का
course.
territory है.
हाँ.
Because and those people are so comfortable with it.
Hmm.
They are more like वो he will just come and go. It's his territory.
Of
It's more
course.
like dogs there.
Yeah, of
But
course.
the thing is, as we travel with a dog,
Hmm.
so dog is more like they love eating dogs.
Of course.
So, so
Okay.
he will also get panicked. So dog been helping us a lot. So the thing is, whenever he senses something, there is there is something outside always. I mean, and we will just move the windows and we will see somebody running there. And once you put up the light, they will just run away. They are very shy animals,
Okay.
but they will be there, and you can feel it. Something
It's
which
watching
is
you.
something is
Right.
watching you, right?
Okay.
So, in terms of a lady, let's say, I mean, if a lady is
Yeah.
standing and she can sense it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
somebody is looking at her.
Of course. Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, it's
Yeah,
more like
when
some
it's-
predator is there. We can feel it, and we often see it as well.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
So we changed camp and moved to another place.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Right. So actually, my question was with regards to this is that this is one of the many incidents that you might have had, but I want to know like how important does something like perseverance come in during events like this, and also not perseverance is not just with regards to the dangers that you might face. It also comes to probably when you have a goal, you have a certain goal that you want to get to this particular place, and the track might not be very easy to go.
yeah.
So I'm sure that you must have come across a lot of these such situations. So I want to know what just like perseverance, how important is your sort of mental health and mental sort of strength required in such expeditions.
So we have mental breakdown very often. Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I
Yeah.
mean, there are times. I mean, well, let's say for 3-4 days of bad experiences, one after one. So let's say one night, I mean, there are like you are camping somewhere. Some people who are just overexposed to alcohol or something comes and starts up a mess.
Of course, yeah.
So next day also we can't find a camp. Third day also we can't find a camp. Then you just reach to a mental state where maybe you start remembering your father, mother, friends.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, I mean, you will just feel ignored, and
You will feel completely alone in situations like this.
yeah. I mean,
You
and
don't have an immediate support system to back you up
Of
if
course.
things go wrong.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things can go wrong.
yeah, and even if something goes wrong towards us, nobody will know.
Nobody will know.
So there will be times when you feel like mentally broken. I mean, we will just start to question ourselves, our own decisions.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I mean, I think all these are the experiences which makes us who we are. So the thing is, all these were on the initial days. So after that, it's more like wherever we reach, it's home. So even though if it's like a gang of people who just want to attack us, we don't panic. We just go and talk. So I mean, have we done anything wrong? I mean, we just feel like utter grounded, and we will just somehow 99% of the time it's more like
We
through
can talk
words
it
we
out.
can just
Definitely.
figure it
Okay.
out.
Where did that thought sort of come from? When did it come? And like, what was the sort of response and support from people that you got from all the locations that you went and planted these saplings?
So yes, the thought was actually just like this. Last 2 summers we have been on the outdoors, and you know how hard the summers have
Of
been.
course,
That's- And it was really hard to find a place where you can sort of like relax like this.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that was the basic thing behind that, and we thought if we could plant a tree here, and years later, like when we are old, and if
Mhm.
we could come back
Mhm.
again to the same place and we see the tree is big
Mhm.
and some people are sitting under it or doing a
Okay.
business under
Yeah.
that tree. So just like if that sight is possible, like
Yeah. Yeah.
the satisfaction that we
Hmm.
would get from that would be immense. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that was the basic idea of starting out on this journey.
Sure. Sure.
And
Sure.
And
yeah,
I think the other part was, I mean, it's more like a memory.
yeah.
So let's
Right.
say, I
Okay.
mean, we just camp on random places.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's more like any, you know, we all get old, right?
Yeah.
So when we are like 70s or 80s,
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like, let's say we are just taking an expedition
Hmm.
and we are just being able to camp again, but
Hmm. Hmm.
under a tree you planted.
Hmm.
I mean, it's more like we just connect more with, uh, you
Those
know,
kind of
yeah,
nostalgia
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
ideologies.
emotions. I
Yeah,
mean, we are so much
Yeah.
connected with people and emotion, and this is
yeah,
the main thing. The main thing was we just want to see. I mean, somewhere where there are like no possibilities of a shade.
Hmm.
Some
Hmm.
kids
Hmm.
are just playing under there, or
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
one Didi is just doing some small business
Of
under
course.
there.
Yeah.
Just have to see there. We just don't want to go there and say this tree was planted by us. We just want to see.
Of
है
course.
ना? I
Yeah.
mean,
Ha.
then
Ha.
life is
Ha.
like ठीक है
Yeah. Yeah.
ना?
And what about the support and response that you got from people, because it is a
definitely.
very big task and very
Yeah, so
tedious
once
task.
we started, I mean, the thing is, I mean, we use social media
Hmm.
very much.
Yeah.
So that once we started, we had like 150 volunteers.
Hmm.
Apart from that, I mean, we connected with local clubs,
Of course.
let's
Yeah.
say Rotary Lions,
Yeah. Yeah.
and after that, it came to motorcycle riding
Hmm.
groups, schools, colleges, IT companies. I
Of
mean,
course.
we've been connected to each and every source
Hmm.
where they
Hmm.
can have a supervision of the trees we planted.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So let's say in MG Road itself, there is
Yeah, there are
we have
few.
planted in an IT company which is called
Oh.
Paramantra.
Okay.
So the thing is, people been
Really
act-
supportive about
really
Hmm.
it. Yeah.
supportive
Hmm.
because you know deep down we all know like
Hmm.
so much is changing, our climate is changing,
Hmm.
everything is
Hmm. Hmm.
just
Of
you
course.
know getting bad and bad and bad. So the thing is, deep down, we all want to do something,
Of
and if
course.
they have like assistance, we are already carrying the seeds with
Hmm.
us, and we are just the people are so much excited more than us,
Yeah,
we would say.
definitely.
And in terms of schools, kids, and all,
Yeah.
let's say, I mean, once they see us, our dog, and all these things, and when we say, I
Hmm. Hmm.
mean, we just want to make an impression that planting trees is also cool
Of course.
for the
Hmm.
new generation,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
not like आपको ये
Yeah.
करना पड़ेगा, so you will be like well received,
Yeah.
nothing like
Hmm.
that. It's a cool thing
Hmm.
to work for the
Yeah,
so
like a sort of perspective change if we can bring about
That's great. That's good.
with
Yeah. Hmm.
the small kids, then
Hmm. Hmm.
definitely it will make a huge
Hmm. Hmm.
difference in
Hmm.
the future. So yeah,
Yeah.
and the support has been immense from all around our
Right.
country.
the process have been different.
Yeah.
In Madhya Pradesh, UP, we had like
Hmm.
4 temples.
Okay.
So we talked with the pujari.
Okay.
So what happens is, as prasad, he was giving seed balls.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's say we just gave 100 seeds in each
Uh-huh.
temple. So when you do the prarthana and all with the prasad, he will give one seed ball
Oh,
as
that's
well.
so nice.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has a spiritual thing. So people feel like, okay,
This
I
is
mean,
from the Bhagwan,
this
so
is
they
from
Of
the
course.
Bhagwan, and that works. I mean, we just go through all channels. I mean, to make it happen.
That's great. That's
So
great.
it
yeah,
doesn't matter how you do it, just
Yeah.
have
Yeah. Of course. Of
passion.
course. It's all for a good cause.
Yeah,
Uh, it's very interesting. I mean, you guys have figured out a lot of channels, a lot of avenues through which you can execute something like this. And I would want to know the status of your upcoming goal also. How is it
yeah,
going? Like,
yeah.
where are you going
So
to?
the next dream is
Hmm.
way big.
Yeah.
Way big. I mean, for a small individual, for us, I mean, like 1 lakh trees in the next
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
So to execute like 10,000 trees planted across
Hmm.
India, I mean, we needed like 6 to 7 months of research.
Okay.
So there is like so much thing to map out,
Hmm.
which trees work where.
Hmm.
So this time, what we are doing is we are just making up close groups.
Okay.
So for each and every city,
Hmm.
there will be like people there.
Hmm.
So the thing is, I mean, first we will just go and plan.
Hmm.
So we have, let's say, in this complex we planted 10 trees.
Hmm. Hmm.
From that, let's say our success rate is 70%. So
Hmm.
when we plant 10, I mean, 6
Hmm.
or 7 will only sprout.
Of
So
course.
based on that, so we can resupply again
Okay. Okay.
to
Okay.
make
Yeah.
it more
Yeah. Yeah.
efficient. So so much is happening behind.
yeah. So basically, the main trouble in this is we have to categorize the seeds. So, like the seeds that are available here won't work in some other place.
Of
So in
course.
each area, you need some kind of a supplier or some
Okay.
distributor there.
Okay.
So that is the major part of
Got it.
research where
Okay.
it happens. So different, we focus on native trees, so because that's what's
That will
needed,
thrive,
not
yeah.
the fancy or all those things
Mm-hmm.
doesn't work actually. So we are focusing on the native trees. So to source these things, it takes time. The research behind it is huge, and also the season in which you plant is also really important. So we have to wait till just before the starting of monsoon, so that it can automatically sprout. We don't have to work so much to get it to sprout.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation at Indulge. We wish you all the best for your upcoming expedition, and with regards to your goal of planting 1 lakh saplings in the next 5 years as well. We're really looking forward to that, and we hope to see more of your updates, more of learnings from your expeditions. We also want to learn a lot from your through your blog. So thank you so much for joining us at Indulge, and we hope to see you soon again. Yeah.